folks, I am Ultrazilla, and today I have a review of the Bandai Ultra action figure, Shin Ultraman. That's right, my zillions, we got Shin Ultraman number 2 here. Bandai, jumping right out of the gate as soon as Shin Ultraman is announced. We got some figures for you. Not announced, but like as soon as we've seen the trailer, they followed it right up with a batch of figures. Movie Monster Series, that was a nice surprise. So I mean, if you kind of know about it. But in their regular basic articulation line, I want to call it, SHF light in a way. We got Shin Ultraman, and guys, I've been collecting this line. I've been featuring them on the channel almost since day one on how about day one-ish, if that's the proper way to use that. I've been featuring these guys, so this was a definite get for me because I do like this line. I think it's really cool. I've sung the praises many times before. Really, a cheap option if you don't want to get figure art. So without any further ado, let's get to the review. Let's kick off this review with a little box art nerd. Not much to go on here. You get a product shot on the back. Some are grayed out here. Just tons of legal stuff. And then the front has a nice design. Do like the sides. It's just a little card back, really. It's not really a box. And then, more Shin Ultraman up there. So it's not much to it, but it is good looking. If people want to just buy it and leave it like this, it's not the worst packaging in the world. It does look good in it. He looks pretty cool just sitting in there. For articulation, Shin Ultraman has head swivel. It can go back and forth just a little bit. Then you got shoulder swivel and hinge. You have bicep swivel. You have single jointed elbow. You have swivel at the wrist, and then you have two sets of fingers that move independent of each other. Full split, no waist articulation or chest. Shin goes down, kicks forward, kicks a little bit back. You can't rotate it at all there. Single jointed knee, and then you got feet on ball joints. So that's why I said basic articulation, but it's better than a vinyl, so you will get him into some posing. So I don't know, I dig the articulation on these guys because I'm not expecting it to be more than that at this price point, so it's not bad at all. Taking a look at Shin Ultraman in full, proportions, they're interesting because they have that really slender look that we've seen from Shin Ultraman, very alien-like, and I think that's a good thing. I really do. This one has even weirder proportions, I think, because they put the articulation in. It does look a little odd, the arms look even skinnier because, the torso feels a little bigger, and then you got this kind of gap here. But if you look at that initial promo pic, there is sort of a little crotch gap there. And I got that right here from the movie Monster Series. And you can see, yeah, that's kind of okay. It really is. So, I mean, in a way you can, because you can move them a little bit, you can get this guy in that pose a little bit better. Yeah, that's not bad. If you've never seen any of these figures, first thing I should mention to you is that there's screws. There is screws on the back. Yeah. Yep, you got a few screws there, and they're not loose. So you're gonna have to deal with that. It's a more of a basic figure. Now, the good thing about this figure compared to some of the other ones is it's actually painted on the back. You got all the paint that you would need, and they did go a little bit all out on this one. So besides the screw holes, that's really cool that you see the silver back there, you see the silver down here. A lot of times with these, they just don't do that. And this is good. This is a good progression. I don't know if it's progression for the whole line, but it's something I've been complaining about that I wish they'd continue to paint on the back. I'll take the screw holes, but paint on the back. But maybe this is special because, they know more people are gonna buy this one. So yeah, but you know what? Make the rest of the line this good, because we deserve it, We deserve it. Why not? And it looks pretty good. Another thing, if you've never seen this line, they use this kind of like pearlescent plastic for the red parts, and it looks really good. I do like how, I've mentioned this many times, that the plastic quality to me is actually very, very, very nice. So that looks really good. I do like how the red looks, and then I like how it's raised here. It's all sculpted in. Beautifully done. Again, the silver looks really good. Painted silver. Really nice. The hands are just, this gray plastic, but it is a little bit silver-ish. So I'll take that. And I don't mind the hands. I like the, how they do the hands on these figures with the fingers articulated. I think it looks pretty good. But the arms do look a little, little possibly too skinny, but it looks good. Again, you have the separation here that's done with sculpt and not just paint, and I do dig that. I think that looks really good. Same thing with the legs, and the paint is good, man. It's like within the lines. I have no problem with it. You do have a seam line there, but whatevs. The paint is good. Paint is very nice throughout. I mean, you do have pinholes here, but again, it's on the back, so, and on the inside of the arms. But that's an easy paint fix if you want. So is that. You could throw some silver marker over it and you're good to go. But feet look awesome. I love the little pointy feet. That looks fantastic. Classic Ultraman. Really well done. Legs look good. Again, skinny, but it's a good shape for Ultraman. It is. I don't mind it at all. Now, the thing is, I feel like the head does look a little bit small on this one. And, the way that he's looking, he's kind of looking down, and you can raise it up just slightly, but, it does feel a little small the way it's perched up on the neck. But taking a look at the head a little closer, the eyes are painted well. And they are a little off, but I'm guessing that's the design. They're not I don't think they're symmetrically done completely. Like this eye goes up a little bit more than this eye, in my opinion. Maybe it's just an illusion, but that's not two figures that I've seen that on. The crest looks really good, and see how it like separates nice in the back. There is a little red mess up right there. Oh, actually, it's just, the silver paint maybe a little chipped right there. Ears look good. The eyes look good. Just painted over. You can see that there is a little bit of texture to them, but it's not like the complete buggy-eyed look. The mouth is sculpted well, and I really like it. I think it's all in all a good head sculpt and a pretty decent looking Ultraman, Shin Ultraman. I really like it. Again, proportions do look a tad odd, but I feel like that's part of it. That's really part of it. And when you pose them around, it looks pretty decent. Again, you don't have any waist articulation, which it could use. If you just had a waist swivel, I'd really like that. So guys, listen to me. Make it $5 more, put some waist swivel, make sure the backs are painted, and you got a really good figure, it's not completely super articulated, but it's articulated enough. And even now, it's articulated enough for this price point, I guess, but a waist swivel would go a long way. For your size comparisons, here's the Ultra Action figure Shin Ultraman with a bunch of figures you might have in your collection. And my final thoughts, I think the figure is pretty good. Proportions are a little odd, but I feel like that's what the Shin Ultraman is. It's a weird, more alien-esque Ultraman, and I dig that. I dig that idea. It shouldn't be like us, and I think that's really good that they made it a little more alien-like. Now, is this one in particular even skinnier because his arms feel a little skinny to be on that torso and the head looks a little small? Yeah, maybe. But I think it looks good. I think it looks the part, and you get that posability. It's way more than a vinyl, and that's good. You know, it's a cheap price point. It's under 20 bucks. You can't go wrong. Well, it depends on where you find it, right? Like, some places do sell it for a little bit over 20 bucks, but for the most part, you find it under 20 bucks, I think, in the like 1,700 yen range along those lines. And I think that's worth it. I really do think it's worth it, especially if you don't want to, you know, go in on the figure arts. You save some money. You got a posable figure, not completely super posable, but much more than a vinyl. If you're deciding between this and the vinyl, I'd say maybe, and you like articulation, I mean, you got to go with this one for sure. And there you go. That's my review. Hope you dug it. I've dug doing these initial, like, super early offerings of the Shin Ultraman movie. Follow my Ultra Z news for all the news regarding toys coming out on my Facebook page as to when things go up for pre-orders and stuff like that. And if you could please like, comment, subscribe, and share. Check me out on Facebook and Instagram. Stay safe. Till next time. Peace out. Watch.